Back in Naturopath, thanks for coming back. Let's talk about foods to avoid when you've got food sensitivities. Well, obviously going to be the processed foods, foods in packets, foods in bottles, foods in cans. If you've got serious food problems, you need to avoid these foods. The simpler you eat, the simpler you cook, and the more basic the produce, the less likely you're going to react, because you've really precluded all this inclusion of chemicals and crap in the diet. So eating basic stuff, greens, meats, basic legumes, potatoes, sweet potatoes, just basic stuff. You shouldn't really react to these foods. If you react majorly to these kind of foods, you've got a real problem. You need stool testing, you need enzyme levels fixed up, you need bacteria probably checked and something eliminated from your gut, especially SIBO testing. When you react to major foods like that, you've got major problems and need a lot of help from someone to get you up to a high level. But let's just say that you're not seriously bad in that condition. You're going to really improve by avoiding commercial stuff, especially takeaway foods, all these takeaway places, soda drinks, ice creams, candies, all this sort of crap that people like. Alcohol is really not good for the gut. So if you have been drinking sort of regularly, you need to pull that right out to start with. That's one of the first things that you do. It's not really a food, is it? So that's got to go. So yeah, what kind of foods do you need to avoid? Well, I would say burgers and fries and pizzas and all the sort of crappy, greasy sort of foods, donuts and things like that. They're the things that need to go first. Okay, that's the first tier. So usually I give people a 2-3 week period where they come down off this sort of diet and they start going into a basic diet. But if you have a look at the MEVI diet, meat, eggs, vegetables and yogurt, most people can tolerate a little bit of sour yogurt in their diet without, feeling really sick. Nearly all people can tolerate, deep leafy green vegetables, and not a problem at all. So yeah, basically keep out of the big cities and go more to the countryside if you want to get better. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Because when you travel, you start to see lots of crappy foods out there, and they're really not conducive towards building your gut to a high level where you want to be. All right? Check out my other videos on healthy eating. Please check out the playlist, because I've made a lot of that information for people just like you. So suffice to say, stick with lean meats, stick with nice vegetables, plain fruits. Again, some may react with you, like bananas may initially react. You may need to take those out initially. Oranges or grapefruits may initially react, they may need to go. Lemon and lime juice is nearly always fine in the diet. Avocados should be okay for the bulk of people. Some may react until they get their small bowel working to a high level. Fatty meats, pork, bacon, not a great idea. These are probably foods to avoid. Processed meats, processed cheeses, all this sort of crap you probably want to take out. Cooking at home is a sensible thing to do, and buying food at farmers markets, fresh produce, you can't really go wrong with that. That's going to get your health up and up and up to a much higher level where you want to be for this year, 2020. Make it your best year. Eat the best foods and you'll get there. All right? Thanks for tuning in.